Energy is power. And before the power was limited. Now the power is accessible. And because it's accessible, we have to be responsible with it.
Rachel is being recognized in the category Social Impact, Community and Advocacy for her work as a sustainable living advocate.
My name is Rachel Sadasi. I live totally off-grid. I'm into sustainable living. I've been advocating for sustainable living for the past 4 to 5 years. And I got into energy coincidentally. And it's so amazing how connected energy is to everything. And when we speak of sustainable living, it has to do with energy because energy is central to everything that we do. And for me, energy is not just physical electrification and powering physical appliances, equipment. Energy is actually who we are. As human beings, we have a spirit, and that's energy. And when energy and matter unites, that's what life is about. That's what everything is centered on. And so for me, this journey started internal. It started off with well-being, focusing on my mental well-being, on the choices that I am making for my good, for my personal development. And then it evolved to the external because we live in an environment, we have a vessel. It's not just this body that houses our energy or spirit, but we actually are a vessel in a larger vessel, which is the earth. So I started off with consciousness internally, and it grew to a consciousness of what's around me because I am not existing on my own. Everything is interconnected. I would encourage my fellow Belizeans to start to think critically about everything, question everything in life, because when we just carry on and don't ask questions, we are accepting. We are allowing people to create our stories, but we have our own stories to create. And taking charge of what is bestowed to us, that's energy and that's our time and matter and everything that consists in life. Taking charge is being procreative rather than reactive. And so I've always been a lover of nature and natural things. And I love my country for that reason because Belize is natural. And I started off as a naturopathy, looking at natural remedies for healing. And then over time, I grew to appreciate even the advancements because I was a little bit on the extreme side. But now I've grown to appreciate balance because technology and advancement is related to energy. Everything that we enjoy, all the commodities that we enjoy, all the energy services, they are to enhance our lives. You know, if you think about it, one time accessibility and communication was very sparse. You had to go to the public library to get information on anything. You had to read a magazine or something to be in touch with the world, but now we have direct access through the internet. We have YouTube, we have WhatsApp. We could actually pick up the phone and call our people across the world, halfway across the world. And that is all because of electrification and the benefits of electricity. That's what brought technology into our space. And so it's good to have a balance in life between natural and between interventions, technological interventions. And the whole focus is for us to do everything responsibly because we have this power. Energy is power. And before the power was limited. Now the power is accessible. And because it's accessible, we have to be responsible with it. And we actually have a voice now. We have a chance to contribute we have a chance to contribute to our economy. We have a chance to contribute to other people's lives, the social aspect of community, of our society. And we have a chance to contribute to the earth and Belize as a nation. And so it's all of our responsibility to educate ourselves on what sustainability is, on sustainable living. I have taken measures I'm off grid. I'm not saying that everyone has to be off grid, but I live off grid, so I use a solar system to power my lights, my fan, refrigeration, and for basic things to live. And I also use water catchment to store water for basic needs. And I also install a household biodigester for waste management and to get byproducts like fertilizing. Belize offers that luxury of us having to take advantage of our natural resource. We still have a lot of natural resource that we can, I think it's over 70% forest greenery that we have here in Belize. And so I love that, and I want to take advantage, and I encourage everyone to be appreciative of what we have here. We have, that's like gold. So for us individually to be conscious of the choices that we make, be conscious of how much energy you waste, or even anything that you're using. For me, I went efficient with my lights. I use only LEDs, which is a lot more efficient than the fluorescent light bulbs, which most people use fluorescent. I also have cut back a lot on my grocery bill because of having to conserve water. I actually use, because having to buy dishwashing liquid and laundry detergent every month. Now I actually buy it every 3 months because not having the luxury of running water at the moment, you tend to get into the habit of wasting when you stand at the kitchen counter and the water is flowing and you're washing the dishes. The water is wasting and the sod in the soap is diluting, so you keep adding as you're going along, and you're not conscious of how much waste is taking place there. Actually, when I made the shift, I actually saw that those little changes made huge impact. I actually am saving now $100 on my monthly bill with those small changes. So it does pay off, not just environmentally, but economically, pocket-wise. It's worthwhile to be conscious of how much energy you're using in your household. One of the main things that run up the electricity bill for a lot of people is water heating. Because if you have a water heater, it would be best to turn it off and turn it on only when you need to take the shower. Or even better, use a kettle. That's the traditional way we heat water, and it's actually less, it uses less energy with the butane gas. It's way more efficient than using that power, electrification power on the water heater. Or if you want, you can get a solar powered water heater for maybe a bigger operation. But I'm just encouraging you guys because I've seen how it has benefited me. And this whole energy movement is not just in terms of sourcing electricity, but it's also who we are. And I want whoever is looking at this to take that home. Energy is who we are, and every decision is an energy decision. Every decision that we make in our life, whether it's personal, whether it's business, every single decision, it has an impact on a whole, on our ecosystem, because we are just a minute aspect of the whole.